Hey guys, Easy.zd here with another Earth Spirit. What is this? Item guide actually. So I want to revamp my item guide from 7.27 to 7.28. I think I've played enough games to realize what I like about this patch and what has changed and what I've come to learn with Earth Spirit and what kind of items he should buy during the game. So this is my old guide, right? As you can see here, we're gonna use the same format. We're gonna have starting items, early spirit, which is your early game items, survive spirit, which is your survival items, damage spirit, which you want to deal more damage in fights, save spirit, you want to save people in fights, initiate spirit is when you want to start the fight, and good job spirit is just memes. Memes, boy. Make sure you're already one. Okay. So I'm gonna clear these things out. We'll use the same format, and of course you can find this guide in the description and you can add it to your Dota 2 games as well. So I will see you guys in a bit. I'll clean things up. Alright guys, I'm back and I've cleared out all the items. So before we start, I think I didn't mention it just now, but you don't want to get items according to the progression with this guide. It's kind of like a rough outline of what items do what for Earth Spirit. So sometimes what I would usually do is buy all the early Spirit items, get one Survive Spirit item, and maybe think if I need damage or do I need to start the fights or I need to save someone in the fight. So that's what I do in for this guide, right? So that being said, for starting items is pretty basic. You go for your tangos, right? You go for your healing salves, of course. I always get one tango, one healing salve. If I need to share it to the mid, I'll share it. But if I don't need to share it, I won't share it because those three tangos will come in handy in your laning stage because you want to be trading with the other support as much as possible, right? For the healing salve, because you're a melee hero, right? You're always gonna find you'll always be in a situation that you'll be trading to all the way to like 25% of your health. So both the supports are at 25%. So having your healing salve is very important to regen up really fast and go gank mid or go and keep harassing the enemy carry or enemy support, right? So healing salves are very important. So with that being said, what else do I buy for Spirit? I never go Mango or Clarities. I always find that you can just ferry these as your first items uh, when after the runes, you've picked up the runes, right? So what I usually do is once we've secured the runes, I would buy a Clarity, I'd buy a Smoke of Deceit, and I'll just ferry them out really quickly at 0-0, right? At the start of the game. So what do I buy next? So you want to see your lane partner and you want to see the enemy carry and enemy support as well. If it's a really let's say a Winter Wyvern, Shadow Shaman, I would say maybe as well, Rubik. Having a Orb of Venom to just chase them down and run them down is really good to to harass them and to try and get also kills with your roll and your level 1 Boulder Smash, right? So having Orb Venom at the start of the game is really nice. Typically, I go this about 20% of my games. What I really like doing, if it's not Orb Venom, I'd go for, where is it? Trying to find it. Yes, Ring of Protection and a Circlets. Circlets. Why is it so hard to find these items? Oh, there it is. Right. Ring of Protection Circlet. This is to build into your urn later on. This is also a pretty good item build choice as well, right? If you're not going for the Over Venom, right? And also, besides this, I also do, if I don't really want to buy an urn, I feel like it's not a really good urn game. That game I also start with a magic stick because what this allows you to do is you kind of want to see enemies as well, bristlebacks, phantom assassins. You can get after like 3 spells that they spam, you get 45 mana back, which is like almost a roll, right? So it's really valuable to have these level 1, because these level 1 nukes are beginning to be thrown out in the early game, right? So you can gather up magic sticks pretty quickly actually this patch, right? Because spells are pretty strong now. even at level 1. So look at your lane, you know, which support is gonna be supporting their carry in the safe lane, and just maybe you can even get a magic stick through this, right? So just put this here. What else? Like I said, the circlet, I'm not gonna put that there. You can also, sorry, I forgot the most important item, the Sentry Ward. I should put this in front, honestly, right? But no, I'll put it in between your regen. So something like this. I should have gone backwards in time. If I could go backwards in time, I would say Tango, Healing Cell for sure, and definitely a Sentry Ward to block that small camp. So with these are usually the items kind of like this. Maybe you can get an extra Tango as well. I think that would be enough price, yeah. But yes, generally this item is very important for your Earth Spirit game because you really need this Sentry Ward to block the pull camp. It becomes much more easier, right? To do. And lastly, another thing that I always start off with if I don't want to buy a sentry, and I think the lane is going to be really hard for my offlaner to farm, I actually go boots first sometimes as well. Of course, you can't buy all these items at once, so you'd probably go you can only go for Tango and boots, right? If you want to go boots first. But the idea is that if the lane is hard, right, and the only thing you can do, to be honest, in these kind of lanes is you just gotta go behind the tower at I think 45 seconds, and you grab the creep wave. And I think I'll show a clip of this right now. You grab the creep wave at the second creep wave, you pull it from behind their tower to the small camp to block it, right? And then you'd block the small camp and then pull it into your tower, not into your tower, but like in front of your tower. So then your offlaner can farm that. He'll tank it a little bit, and he'll farm the wave. So like this, I think I'm showing it right now on screen, hopefully. And yeah, that's what I use for my starting item. So after this, like I said, I would buy my Clarities and one Smoke of Deceit to start ganking mid at level 2. Once I get my level 2, usually I go straight mid if the lane is pushing into our mid tower, right? Really easy kill at level 2 on most heroes, right? Easy kills, Shadow Fiend, Storm Spirit, they have nothing. Like, if they're across the river trying to get last hits, they're honestly dead. You TP behind the tower and just roll on them, they are dead for sure. Right. So, next up is your early spirit items. These items you want to try to complete before you buy any other items. So these are your urns. Always buy clarities in the game. I don't think I need to stress that enough, right? And your wand. Where's your wand? If possible, the full wand is pretty value. But sometimes I also like just keep it as a magic stick, right? Yeah, because you're always in fights, you'll always be around spells, and you always have energy charges to charge it up, essentially, right? So this is what I have in the early game. I'll have my urn. Hopefully all this by before minute 10, right, is like the best game ever. Maybe if you can get it before minute 13 is also pretty good. You get all these 3 items. This is your core. Urn is maybe 50% of games I get it, because sometimes like you really want to upgrade this urn into a spirit vessel. That's the goal. If it's not a good spirit vessel game, I generally don't try not to get the Urn of Shadows, right, and then rush towards a bigger item. Like, we'll see. We'll see. I'll tell you what are those bigger items if you don't decide to get Urn of Shadows, right? So I have the item guide. I'll update these annotations in the guide. Right now it says core item as support roaming Earth Spirit. Use it to supply damage and cancel blinks in team fights. Yeah. So even as a blink canceller, it's also pretty good, right? Let's talk about a new item right now. So I've also been experimenting with, this is not the item, this is part of the item, but the real item is this one, Orb of Corrosion. The problem with this item is that you kind of don't use it. Oh, sorry, I should put the Orb Venom back into starting items. Orb Venom, you go here. Yeah, I can also buy this as well. So right, the problem is with this item, you don't really right-click people like after 10 minutes. What you do is you want to like, go into the fights, come back out. Right-clicking someone, unless you're like ganking someone that's alone, right? Then you probably right click them a lot, but most of the time you don't really want to be right clicking anyone in the fight. So the 150 health is pretty good. The Orb of Venom is you buy it sometimes, right? But I just can't see the justification of buying that 300 gold. What is it called? Orb of this. Yeah, Blightstone, right? Like my 3 armor is pretty good too. I don't feel the impact of it on Earth Spirit. This is mostly for roamers with like they use their right clicks, like Tuskar, Spirit Breaker. They use their right clicks for the damage to kill someone. But for Earth Spirit, usually you want to combo with someone else to get the kills. Right clicking alone isn't enough most of the time, but you could buy it maybe. It's just like few and far in between. I'd rather use that 300 gold to get towards my tranks and earn buy extra calarities as well, because you really need mana on your spirit too. He's really mana hungry actually in the early game, and having not enough calarities really dampens your what you can do in the game, right? So I'll still use it sometimes, maybe 5% of games I'll try to buy it if it looks like a good game for it. Maybe if my teammates like the minus armor, my PA and stuff, but I really don't know. I really don't know. I just don't want to buy it. The 300 gold is the problem. Like this is fine, 250 for 125, really good value. You sometimes buy this, right? Most of the time you buy this. It's just this item. I don't know if it's I don't know. I have no idea. So yeah. So Orb Corrosion, I'd say don't get it. Spend that 300 gold into something better, right? Let's just add for Early Spirit as well the Windlace. It's kind of nice actually having your Urn of Shadows, Tranquil, and Windlace. You move around really fast around the map. Sorry, these two items, not Urn of Shadows, right? These two items. And later this also becomes a Yule Scepter as well, as you can see with Survive Spirit. Speaking of Yule Scepter, that is the first item that I always go for. And if it's a good game for it. Yule Scepter or Divinity. A lot of mids, I know in my bracket as well. Orchid is a pretty big item that they get, and if you can get this eels like around the time they get their orchid, you're kind of like safe from them in the fights. Because once you get silence, Earth Spirit kind of does nothing. You can dodge spells as well with eels, and it's really just a all-around great item to have against these silences, right? Against these disables, and to just prolong your your health while your teammates are coming to back you up after you roll in so far away. Second item, Ghost Scepter, also very good. Juggernauts, especially Drowns, kind of, right? Heroes like this, they really wanna right click you, especially I always get this actually first item against Juggernaut because I really want to soak up that. I hate Juggernaut so much. Fuck Juggernaut so much. He's so hard to gank. Your silence doesn't last long enough to burst him down. He has healing ward and you're melee, so he can just he can micro it around you, right? You can't even hit the healing ward most of the time. So having Ghost Scepter to nullify the Omni Slash damage around your teammates is always really value. I always get this against Juggernaut first item after my Tranks and my Wand. Other than that is the Blade Mail. I love this against PA especially. Like you go in, you roll in, PA thinks, oh, this is the guy I want to jump in. Suddenly you turn on your Blade Mail. Even if you die, the PA will probably be dead as well, especially in the early game. So against PA, I always get this first, actually. And other items will include Force Staff, really good item for running away from fights. And I think there's not many Survive Spirit items, to be honest. That's it, right? Let me just think again. Yeah? Oh, yeah, sorry. Glimmer Cape, of course. So this one's for just running away. And especially this is really nice to Glimmer as you roll in, so you don't become the target, right? A lot of times it's really bad, not really bad, but it's really hard to Glimmer after you hit someone because a lot in this bracket I'm right now I just reached Crusader 5, I think. Yeah, and Crusader 5, no, sorry, ain't what's after Crusader? Archon 5. People are starting to use the spells really fast. Like I roll in, sometimes I don't even get the Glimmer Cape off. So like roll Glimmer Caping right before you hit someone is pretty cool because they'll just be like stunned out of nowhere unless they have like a sentry there, right? So that's really cool. If you can pull that Glimmer Cape, yeah, you do always Glimmer Cape while you roll, right? And especially like there's like tornadoes coming in that can cancel your roll as well. Stuff like this, Glimmer Cape is really good for that surprise roll on and to survive afterwards as well. And I think that's it for Survive Spirit. Yeah, you can't get better than that. Oh, okay. Lotus Orb is last one. I've been love. Oh, and one more as well. Oh my god, I'm missing a lot of these items. Lotus Orb, pretty situational. As you know, dooms. Sometimes, sometimes I've gone Omni Slash. I've gone off an Omni Slash Lotus Orb once before. That's really fun to see, right? Um, Mostly you want to buff up your carries with this Lotus Orb, or yourself as well is pretty good. You roll in, you Lotus Orb yourself as you hit, just like a Glimmer Cape, and then that SK stun, that Vengeful Spirit, Magic Missile, what else is point click and will, it's pretty funny to hit back. That Storm Spirit pulling himself as he pulls you, right? Kind of thing is really cool. That Doom, my god, Doom dooming himself as well. That's like top tier, top tier entertainment, right? With this Lotus Orb. So having this Lotus Orb is pretty good stats and good armor. Everything that Spirit wants, right? And on top of a pretty cool active as well. And Aeon Disc. Oh my god. I love this item, right? Sometimes I even just go eels into an Aeon Disc as well. Because this game is getting stronger and stronger. People are bursting other people like crazy right now. Like, how do I say this? Like, the power creep, I guess? Kind of like as you move on, a game becomes more and more powerful because Ice Rock wants to give people buffs and give people new abilities and then now new shards, ag shards, right? Like, oh my god, there's so much damage in this game right now. So having this Aeon Disc, Chronospheres, PA jump ins, and this is like in the mid game. I'll get this item, right? What else can kill you like instantly? Um, I'm trying to think right now. Wind Ranger as well if she starts to attack you like that. There's so much burst in this game. Like I can take you from 100 to 0 like in an instant. Having this Aeon Disc is so good. A trick you can do is that you backpack it, and as you want to start the fight, you put it in your inventory. So the Aeon Disc actually triggers later in the fight. Like instead of triggering at 75% right now, it kind of like goes off cooldown, and then maybe at 40% it activates because it kind of like it turns on, and then you kind of enemies don't realize you have that Aeon Disc off cooldown kind of. You know what I mean? Like you want to roll in, because usually you can survive the first few spells in the mid game. You roll in. As you roll in, you put your Aeon Disc in your backpack. You roll back out at 50% health. When you roll back in, you actually have your Aeon Disc active now, right? So you have it. It'll turn on once you get hit by the second wave of spells, and hopefully people will throw them at you because you really want those spells to be thrown at you, right? You don't want your teammates to get hit by those spells. So yeah, Aeon Disc. Mwah, love it so much. So much. Even carries are getting this now. I've seen Spectres get it against Void. I mean, those are the kind of. Well, duh, you need an Aeon Disc against Void, right? But, you know, like a few months ago, a year ago maybe, no one bought this item, but now everyone's getting it, right? So, yeah. Uh, Pretty cool item. Mars, man. Mars as well. If he gets farmed, his W hurts so much. I don't know. So yeah, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 7. So I just want to put maybe a Wind Walker here, because I want to have 8 items here. Great upgrade for eels. Really expensive. You don't want to be buying this like second item for sure. This is like late game when you don't really know what to buy anymore. You know what? I don't want to put Wind Waker. Isn't that a isn't that a game from Nintendo? What is this? Link? Wind Waker? Zelda, Legend of Zelda, Wind Waker. No? Huh. This is a cool item. Speaking of new items, but then I don't really want a new item. I forgot the most, the best Survive Spirit item is actually just Black King Bar first item. I know, first big item. There we go. But this Black King Bar, you see even pros buy it early game. Like, sorry, not early game. First item after their, not even after their boots sometimes. They just go brown boots, earn, and then straight Black King bar to start off fights. If you have like really big disables, having an early BKB like to get off all your spells like in 2 3 times, like, and refreshing your ultimate on everyone within these first 10 seconds, and then all the way back to 5, of course. But so valuable to be magic immune, and especially if you have like really good reaction, like as stuns come towards you, so vent stuns, vengeful spirit stuns, these long slow missile stuns coming out, you can pop it and it'll just be wasted, right? It's really good. It's really good. Black King bar first item, honestly. I like it a lot, but it's kind of expensive for what it does. Doesn't give you mana as well, so pick and choose your battles, right? If it's too much disable, even against Veno as well, sometimes I get this. Before eels or before any item, yeah, I get my urn and stuff, of course, and I get my Black King bar. So yeah, it's a pretty cool item to have. So if I want to like sort this out a little bit, I would have, yeah, eels as like the item I mostly buy. Go Scepter next, Blade Mill of course for PAs and stuff. I actually never buy Force Staff, I've realized. It's just not, you have 4-second rolls, so you're, as long as no one's in your way, you just roll away, right? In the mid game, because this is when you get the item, kind of the mid game ish. Maybe if you want to save other people. Yeah, when you want to save other people, you get this, right? Maybe I'll put that in Save Spirit then. It's not really for you, it's for others. And then I can actually put the items here. Other items in here. So yeah, that's the Revive Spirit in a nutshell, actually. And I've also contemplated, I used to put Crimson Guard and Pipe as well in this Survive Spirit, but to be honest, that's your offlane's job. And if your offlane is like those damage dealing offlanes, Mirana offlanes who don't want to buy any of these Greaves items, then like you buying it is just so slow, right? You don't have the gold to buy this shit. You're buying wards, buying sentries as well. You sometimes don't. I don't want to say you don't have to buy it, but if you really need to, maybe these items here, but they just cost so much now, right? Yeah. Maybe I'll put one more in the group, honestly. Just put Aura Spirit. Honestly, I don't want you guys to buy this, but some games just need to. You just gotta suck it up and try, be a bit greedy and find some farm, right? Yeah, let's put it out here. Alright guys, so let's continue. Damage Spirit. What is a Damage Spirit? So after Survive Spirit, I usually go for a damage item in quotation marks, because these aren't really damage items. They're kind of like, they're just items that kind of do more damage, I guess. Spirit Vessel, almost core on in certain. I guess that doesn't make sense. Almost core in certain games, but almost core in every game because it's such a good item. Gives you health, gives you heal. It just gives you so much for your team and for yourself. That I would put. I buy this 80% of games honestly, and don't be afraid to rush it as well. I don't even buy boots sometimes. I just go, you go wand, brown boots. Not even brown boots sometimes. Yeah, I don't even go brown boots if I'm buying if I need to rush this. So against Morphlings, against Dragonite, against Timber Saws, against who else has really high regen? Alchemist. Like I will buy this first item like out of the gate. So it'll be starting items, right? I'll have like an Ober Venom, I have an Urn in my inventory, and I go straight for the Vitality booster and into the Vessel. So I only have Vessel and an Ober Venom most likely in the game, right? That's how good this item is rushed because you really need it in the early game. In the late game, sometimes they don't even care about. You put this on the Timbersaw in the late game, so in the mid game, he doesn't even care. In the early game, when he doesn't really have much items, he doesn't have that Bloodstone. Morphling doesn't have enough stats to shift around. Once you put that Spirit Vessel in, once you get this in like at 10 minutes or something, if that's a really good game, 10 minutes Spirit Vessel, these guys just die and die with this Spirit Vessel. So getting it really early is really important. If you want to get it early, you get it early. If you want to get this item, you skip everything else and you focus on this item, right? No boots. You have 4-second roll. No boots. You just get Spirit Vessel and wards and a wand. That's it. And maybe some infused raindrops because I don't want you to die. Right? So damage spirit, first item. That next, not really a damage item, but you know, now you will see some crossover. Survive spirit has blade mail. Damage spirit also has blade mail. You want to return things to people. Having also ultimates that can't be controlled like Scarlet Mage, Pugna as well. Stuff like these skills. Even Tinker. Sometimes I run into his mines, his March of the Machines and stuff. Pretty fun. Stuff like this you wanna use blade mail, buy blade mail sometimes as a damage item in quotation marks. Next up, Veil of Discord. This one gives me anxiety to suggest because man, I don't know. This veil is weird. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I don't feel the impact sometimes, but maybe if I know my cores are magic based, like a Zeus, he doesn't not getting a veil. My offlane is also magic based, like a Sand King, if he's not getting a veil. I try to get this item as well because it's just so cheap. It's so cheap. A Bassi, a Crown, good stats, and just a 650 recipe. It's so cheap and gives so much, 80%. With 1000 range for 16 seconds and the mana regen as well. It's like look at this. Like this is 3.5 for almost 3000 gold. This is 1.5 half for about half of the gold as well. 1000. See, 1000 and 3000. It's like a mini eels as well as mana regen, but you get less ints as well overall. But you do get strength. Strength is important. I don't know. It's hard. Anyways, maybe good item in some games if you're doing well. But I always go Spirit Vessel first instead of a Veil. Maybe if someone else is getting the Spirit Vessel, I would go for the Veil, right? But overall, you want to try get these two a lot more than just a Veil Discord. Alright, so another damage item that you get as Earth Spirit is yes, the Meteor Hammer. This is kind of weird. You can like clear creep waves pretty fast. You can push towers because sometimes you want to be like in the dead lane and Meteor hammering towers like Seb as Treant, right? You can do that as well. Pushes slightly faster, but what you want to also do is that you can roll away. So you roll away to your base. As you roll away, you put down the Meteor Hammer. So then you're like, and you can like put a rock down as well to roll really far away. Kind of like you come in, roll backwards, click the hammer, and get out as far as possible so no one can stun you as you Meteor Hammer the tower, right? Even for high ground you can do that. You roll backwards, as you're like charging out that roll, let me just show you. Why am I even saying this? I actually have a game here without creeps, right? Let's keep all vision. It's some vision, I guess. Why am I saying this? I can just show you guys, right? So let's go Meteor Hammer. For all the things I've been explaining too much, I'll put some clips maybe. And yeah, this is what I mean. So you want to I think the Meteor Hammer's range is about, range is about that, but actually it's not really. You can put it like here, it'll still hit the tower, right? So what I want to do is, come on, okay. There we go. That's what I want to do. Yeah, we did it. And then even if they fortify, the tower's actually stunned as well. So even if they fortify, oh, I can't fortify because it's enemy's tower, right? I'm an idiot. So yeah, that's what you can do. Even if they fortify, their tower's still stunned from the Meteor Hammer, so that's pretty cool as well. It's not really a waste if they fortify, right? Yep. Besides that, I think this is the damage items I would say. Let's go for Save Spirit. For Save Spirit, obviously, biggest item there is for saving people. Where are you? Aghanim Scepter. Next big item is the Blink Dagger. Kind of like a combo. Where's your Blink? Come on, Blink. Show me. Show yourself. Show yourself to me. Okay. Oh, there you are. Oh, here's a. Oh, it's a missed item. Okay. So yeah, that's it. You want that, guys? Cut this out. Cut this out. Cut this out. You don't need to see this. All right. So and A on this. Let's just go all the way. Like we don't need to. Not A on this. My God, Aether Lens. So why these items? For staff, not include. Why Blink Dagger? Why Ags? Why Aether Lens? Ags is so easy, right? You wanna turn people to stone and then push them away in fights, or even just turn them to stone, like as what's his name? Prophet, not Prophet. Reaper Scythe is coming down. You turn them to stone. You don't even have to kick them, and they receive no damage at all. Blink Dagger. Oh my God. Damage Spirit is now Agnum Scepter. I'll go back to this and I'll tell you guys about Agnum Scepter for Damage Spirit. But yes, Blink Dagger is to push people away. You blink into the fight and you push people away, then you can roll away as well. So things that you can do as well. And sorry, for Aether Lens, you want to push people out of Chronosphere because Void is a cool hero, right? Let's create a hero. Let's show you guys this. My teammate Axe. It's level. Oh, sorry. Don't look at that. Those trees. Oh fuck. I can't level you up. Level bots. I don't want you to die. Oh, yeah. And then I'll create a set enemy hero. See voids. Faceless void, of course, because his name is Faceless. Oh, there you are. Enemy, level enemy to max. Ah, don't die! Stop! Stop! What you can do with Aether Lens is you have a longer range, and especially with the new items, right? It also helps you accomplish this. So if Void's like Chronos your teammate, you can use this Aether Lens to push them out all the way to the side, almost. This is because he's level 30, right? Yeah. So before level 30, let's see if he can actually. Like, I actually don't know. So let's say at the longest diameter, can you push him to the other side with Aether Lens? I think you can. So if let's say he's like kind of far away, kind of like this, you push your axe out. Ah, he's almost there, but this Void has to like chase him around, right? And this works for your carries and stuff. It gets even better if you have like a neutral item for this. I think this is the highest one right now. Oh, I think the Seer Stone is better, but it's pretty good as well. Wait, what? I do not have a neutral item equipped. Oh, why? Oh, is it with someone else? That's with the axe. Maybe that's yeah. So yeah, with this, then I think you'll go all the way out. So do this, and then push them. Yep, just enough to escape. That's really cool with Aether Lens, and combined with the blink, you actually do need a blink to pull this off, right? Because it's kind of hard if he's on the other side of the map like that. Hey Chronos, Void Chronos, want to blink over here and push him out, right? Oh, I love this item so much. I want to show you guys something that you can do later with it, right? And for Ags is very simple. You know, you can just turn to stone, push him away, and roll away yourself, or blink out, right? So that's really cool. These items, it's like a holy trinity. If you have these, at least these two items, right? The void thing is just because sometimes void chronos right in the middle, that person in the middle. Usually not though. Like something like this. Stay here. Ah, this is stupid. One sec, guys. So if let's say void chrono someone like right in the middle like that, you'll not be able to reach them. I wonder if with a Seer Stone can you? Let's try together. Right? Cast range. Seer Stone. Let's try that again. You can! Oh my god! You can without! I'm sure you can do it without! I'm sure! Holy shit! That's so far! Like... Wait, what is this? Oh, you can see shit now, right? That's pretty cool. So without Aether Lens then, put this in a backpack. He gets chronoed. Level 30 chrono. Ah, you can't. You need the Aether Lens. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Wait. You don't need the Aether Lens. Does this give? Does the Mystic Arcane Blink give? Oh, it doesn't give you. Arcane Blink doesn't give you cast range, right? So yeah. Damn, with Aether Lens and Seer Stone, Void is fucked. He can't kill anyone. That's funny. You know what's also crazy? Actually, I just realized. It's that if Void Chronos like this with Seer Stone, you can reach Void. Yo, Void can't do anything. That's actually pretty cool. I never thought of that. Like, of course, Void won't be like in the middle, right? Let's say Void does this. He's hitting someone over there. You just W him. Oh man. Can I like do it? How far can I reach? Like how like here? I can't reach him, right? Yeah, it's not far enough. He has to be like at the edge, so something like this. If Void is like that, you can actually pull him out of his own chrono and fuck him up. Damn, that's pretty cool, I guess. Yeah, okay. That's what Aether Lens does with Ags and with Blink as well. Kill Void off. Yeah. So Save Spirit, that's Save Spirit. Any other things for our Spirit? Save Spirit, let's go faster, it's a really long video. E-Blade! Save the Spirit. I love this item actually sometimes. Like, Omni Slashes, Omni Slash, Legion Duel, Chronosphere. Just PA jumping on someone. Like, E-Blade helps a lot. Because you just give them time to run away and they don't take any damage from physical spells. So E-Blade, especially if someone's like locked in and they can't do anything, you just E-Blade them and try to push them away if you can. It's really expensive, but it's actually pretty worth it. All in all, I think. It's really in a good game. If you really need it, it's really good. Other save spirit items. You want to save someone else? Of course, you can go Glimmer, save someone. This is pretty good. If you can't get the exit, doing this for Necrophos, you Glimmer keep someone who's coming, like the scythe is coming down. Really cool. Heaven's Halberd as well to save. Kind of a save, kind of a disable as well. Maybe I'll put it in Disable Spirit, which I don't have here. Should I have a Disable Spirit category? I don't like Disable Spirit. But I think I do. Let's not have GG. Let's add one more, last one. Nah, it's gonna be a really long video. Initiate Spirit, it's pretty cool, right? Sorry, not Initiate Spirit, sorry. This for Save Spirit. Same thing, Chronospheres, Savant ulti, Troll Warlord, right? You get Heaven's Halberd. You also can get Eels to Eels up Trolls when he clicks his ult. Heaven's Halberd is also pretty good if he's accidentally in range. He lasts so long, his whole duration, I think. But yeah, usually 3 seconds is more than enough to like hide him around as well. Man, Lincoln Sphere, very very expensive. Would I get this for a core? Doom, right? Maybe. I would rather get Lotus Orb and put it on a teammate, right? Of course, that's important actually, because you want to get out Ricky Smoke and stuff. So I want to have only 8 items per row, because then it will like, you'll see, it kind of like messes up your, like you can have 4 at once and you have like 1 dangling here. It's not really nice to see. So if I'll this for, yeah, let's put this in Disable Spirit instead, and then let's put the Lotus Orb as your save item. Something like this is what I would buy. These 3 items are pretty cool. This one's like kind of situational. Against Void is pretty good, right? Aether Lens, push people out. Other things you can do actually with the Aether Lens is, because you can pull creeps right now. Obviously this guy's not a creep, right? Because this is high ground right now. Let's put it here. Take it back here. Bring it back here. Something like this. I hope it'll work. So if there's a high ground, like high ground vision, you can pull a melee creep up. Didn't work. Over here. With Aether Lens, yeah. So if let's say this is a lane over here, and this is a high ground vision area. With the Aether Lens, you can actually pull pull a creep and give vision over the area for a while until they realize that there's a creep up there, right? And then maybe I'll show you in a real game. I'll put a clip here showing that with Aether Lens you can pull creeps up into high ground areas around the map. Here you see it. Wow, this is so cool. This is amazing. Yeah. And let's go back to the item build, right? You guys can experiment for yourself with this thing, and maybe I'll make a real video out of it, showing you where are the best places and where to stand to get the perfect creep pull as well. Anyways, I think that's it for Save Spirit. Give me 1 second, guys. Alright, guys. Back to it. Let's go. It's almost an hour. Initiate Spirit. Like I said, a lot of crossover with this one. You want to go Blink sometimes. Against Sniper, very rare hero nowadays. Against Arc Warden, also very rare hero. They're in the high ground and base. They can spam from really far range. They don't even have to be in the fight most of the time, right? So you get the Ag Scepter to push them back into fights. You want to do your BKB as well if possible. You get like Ags, BKB Ags. You roll in BKB, you can push anyone out of the fight and focus them down for your team. And make sure you communicate with your team. And most likely you're going to do this in a party, right? So they know what you want to do. Very important for Earth Spirit to be able to, like people know where you're pushing this guy. Yeah, this is also very good to survive. Initiate and survive actually have a lot of similarities, right? You want to go in and you have to make sure you survive because you want to start the fights. If there's no initiators, you're pretty tanky, yeah, right? But you're not invincible. You will die if you get focused down pretty easily. So Blink, BKB, Ags, and Aeondis definitely your friends as a initiate spirit. For Aura Spirit, my god, please have an offlaner buy these things. Please don't buy this for your team, right? If for Greaves, really, I don't even want to tell you guys to buy that. Never buy Greaves. It's too expensive, too expensive. You want to end the game early. Pipe of Insight, Crimson Guard. If you really need this, right? Especially against illusions, is really good. PLs, your Naga Sirens. Get Crimson Guard if your offlaner is getting it. The Vanguard's pretty good. Buckler, is it Buckler now? It's not Buckler anymore. Yeah, it's Hell of Iron Will. Recipe's pretty expensive, 950, damn. But you need this sometimes. Pipe as well. I'd rather you get a Glimmer Cape instead for your own survival, but sometimes against a Venno, Tinkers, you want to pipe up that creep wave and make sure that they can survive and you can right click the tower a little bit. It's very important as well. What are other auras that you can consider? Vlad's. My god, look at Vlad's item components now. There's 5 items and a recipe. Why? Why do you need this? Why? You don't need this. This item's stupid. But yes, Vlad's is a thing, right? And I guess Shiva Guard is also an aura item, right? Pretty good synergy with Spirit Vessel and Shiva's Guard, especially for those Morphlinks, those Timber Saws. You can really fuck up their HP regen with these 2 items. I won't say you get it every game for sure. If you're doing really well as a pause 4, right, you can get these items. But generally, right, you want to stay away from these Aura Spirits items and get to the items that you need to survive. You need to disable people, that you need to save people. Aura items, not the best on Earth Spirit because you kind of sometimes even die pretty early. Disable Spirit, let's go really fast. Rod of 8 sauce, pretty cool as well. Sometimes I get this if we're lacking a lot of lockdown. It's pretty cheap, gives you really good stats, right? Has an upgrade now. Don't get this upgrade, my god. It's for non-Earth Spirit, maybe not a really good one because it's too expensive. Like I said, doesn't really help you with anything. You don't really use the Majolnir. Maybe on like a Meteor Spirit. Even then, I don't think so, right? Yeah, E-Blade has a really good disable item, so you can E-Blade enemy cores who don't have BKB yet, like Void in his Chrono, really funny. Like Legion Commander, you can E-Blade him as a disable, kind of. It's a slow as well, remember that. Thompson buys this as mid, so that's a pretty cool thing to think about. And I think that's it for disable. I want to put one more though. Disable. What kind of disable? Hex. Yeah. When game goes late, you go hex. Right. Best item. You roll on someone before they BKB. You hex them for another 4 seconds. You roll on them again. My God, they can't move right at all after this. Because you roll, they're stunned for 1 second. 2 seconds actually. You wait like 1.5 seconds. You hex them. That's another 3 seconds, and then you can roll them again before they turn back into their hero, right? So hex is really good on the spirit if you can get it in the late game, of course. Finally, GG Spirit, an item that you all waited to me to say. You get the shard. Yes, I love this item so much. You get vision. You can push high ground very easily. Here's the clip where you pushing high ground very easily with this item, right? You can push it. You can also. Why am I showing you clips? Fuck clips. Let's do it right here. Why can't I see everything? I shouldn't be able to see everything. Can I disable all vision? I can't. Can I say no vision? No, I can't. Fuck me, because I can see everything now, right? If you're doing really well in the game, you buy this shard, you get extra rocks. Yeah, you get vision. It's not. Oh man, stupid artifacting. Yeah, let's put it here. Yeah, see, nice vision. It's not flying vision. Notice that. Like, put it behind here. You can't really see behind these trees. Look, like, let's try out something like this. You can't see anything behind these trees, right? Maybe even here. If I'm not there, yeah. See, you can't really see. It's not flying vision, like I said. But it's really good vision with high ground. You have high ground, you can put it on the tower like this. Why am I rolling? You can blink. You can put a tower like this, and you see the tower. Your ranged cores that have Dragonlance can hit the tower without going up on high ground as well. Insane extra 4 charges, right? Like, wow, you fight all the time with this item if you can get it at 20 minutes, right? You can also get it later, 40 minutes, 50 minutes. It's when you want to fight. If you need the vision, you keep fighting. You have your urn at good timing. You have your spirit vessel maybe at a good timing with your tranquils, and then you have like you could buy a axe, or you also buy a Aghanim shard to like keep the momentum going. That's something you can also do, Ag shard, for your GG spirit once you've done a really good game. Another thing you can do, Midas. This item is sometimes good, and it's good, it's great. When it's bad, it's really bad. But the conundrum is that you're doing really well. Why buy something that goes into the late game? If you're doing really well, your game's going to end early. If the game's going to end early, your Midas isn't going to be effective. You better buy like early eels. You know, like this item gets you 1/3 of the way to eels. This item gets you your blade mail. This item gets you more, like it's more expensive than a veil. You can get the Aghanim shard as well, but 20 minutes, right? Aghanim shard. This cooldown 20 minutes. But yeah, you can get items that enable you to go for this Aghanim shard later. So to me, Midas is. It might work. Haven't bought it yet this patch. Always have it in your brain. You know, if you have a really good game, maybe you can transition into like a second pause 3 with this Midas, right? Because Earth Spirit has trouble farming later on. Other GG Spirit like GG. You know, we've won the game. Well, not we won the game, but I know you've done a really good job, and you can buy really cool items. Radiance. Man, make sure you win. Even this item guide says memes, boy, make sure you've already won. And lastly is, I love this. I wish I could buy this one day. This overwhelming blink, right? It looks so cool, and it's so cool. It's so cool when you buy it. Look at this shit. Boom, it's Ravage. This is so big. It's as big as Chronosphere upgraded. I say Chronosphere, and look at how slow it is. Chrono there, right? Like, look at this. Right, let's do that again. So I'm gonna Chrono here again. Void is outside the Chrono. I'm gonna blink in. Void still gets hit by it. It's bigger than Chrono. That's so cool. Obviously, you're gonna use it once, yeah. And it sets up for your skills as well. Like, let's say a Void is running away, trying to run. You, maybe that's it's this. He's running away. Blink behind him is slowed. You can finally hit him. Yeah. Ah, he missed. But you get the point. It's really cool as a GG spirit item. Travels as well is really good. But you know, man, I don't know if I can recommend travels on Earth Spirit because you probably get your tranquils. For the regen, it's better in the late game because you don't really want to be traveling around, right? You're not farming. You're ganking. You can walk around, you can smoke around. You'll be with your team most of the time. Travels is okay, maybe. But I'd rather have these kind of cool items as your GG items, fun items once you're done. Item description, really cool. As I said, you can find these item descriptions. Sorry, this item guide in the description of the video. And I think I'll see you guys later. If there's anything you want to ask me, just ask me in the comments. I guess please like and subscribe if you want to do that. Thanks, Morty. Okay, thanks. But yeah, thank you guys, and I'll see you in another one. Bye bye. My old guide, which you want to deal more. Use the same format, and of course you can find